Right now it is 6:30 in the morning and I'm in the province of Uthai Thani, about 2.5 hours north of Bangkok. I've come here because this is one of my closest friends' brother's wedding, and I'm going to share this experience with you of a traditional Thai wedding, so let's go. The couple you see getting married here is Gong and Ming. And Gong is one of my best friend's brother here in Thailand. I am so excited to be able to come to this wedding and experience this firsthand. I've never been to a Thai wedding before, so I'm not really sure what to expect, but this will be a very interesting day of new experiences, and I'm so excited to be able to share it with you guys. Bear with me, guys. I'll try to explain as much of this as I understand, but there are several parts to the morning section of this wedding, and then later in the evening we'll have the party. The first part of the ceremony is over. What you saw there was the engagement process, where you had both Gong and Ming sitting up on stage along with both of their respective families. This is kind of where they come together and ask for permission, and the whole wedding starts off. Over 500 guests were invited to this wedding, and the majority of them will come later in the evening for the party. Right now it's the ceremony part, and most of the people here are going to be much closer family, mainly because it started at 6:39 in the morning. But as with any Thai event, there's going to be lots of food involved. And as you can see, people are already lining up to get themselves a little bit of breakfast. And of course, here we have all the ladies that are preparing all the food. Just like at Gong's monk ceremony, it's a community effort and people come in to help. So this is breakfast, and there'll be another meal later, but definitely gonna enjoy some of the food here today. I definitely got myself a little bit of everything. Chicken wings, lab moo, some noodles, rice, all sorts of good stuff. Food is a big part of any event gathering, and this is definitely part of it. Lab moo, which is ground pork, is one of my favorites. I'm gonna enjoy this little meal, and then we'll continue on with the other parts of this wedding. Even the dog's getting in on the action. Look at this, all dressed up for the wedding. Yeah, this one doesn't like me for some reason. The monks have arrived for the ceremony where they'll be praying with both Gong and Ming. Now they're bringing in the food for the monks, so each one of them will get this tray of food. The monk ceremony is over and everybody's exiting the building. Now the monks will eat the food that was presented to them. They were also each given a present by the family. During the rice distribution ceremony, it is typically believed that whoever's hand is on top will have the upper hand in the relationship, and usually it will be the bride. And the markings that you see on the bride and groom's foreheads were placed there by the monks as a sign of good luck and granting them wishes. The women are preparing more and more food. Even though breakfast is past, people are now starting to have lunch. And as they're continuing to prepare food, we've got more and more guests arriving. There's still quite a few parts to this morning ceremony that we have to take care of, and I'm excited to share this part with you guys. As you can see, people are still preparing. Let's go see what else is going on. I've been told that sometimes there's some kind of a ritual involving a bed. I'm not really sure what it is, and I'm not sure if this is what it's for or if this is a gift, but one of my other friends said that he's been to many Thai weddings, and there is some kind of a ritual involving a bed. We'll see if that's what it is. And now everyone's taking turns pouring water over the hands of the bride and the groom, and this symbolizes washing away any past sins, anything like that, and just cleansing and purifying them and their souls. We're now going to be taking one of these two little buses over to a different location, and then we're going to walk all the way back here. I'll explain to you why we're doing this in a minute. Okay, now we've arrived at the drop-off point. Okay, so the reason that we're coming here and we're going to walk all the way back is traditionally you would start at the groom's house and walk to the bride's house as a group. However, the groom's house is about 45 minutes from here, so we're not going to be walking for 4 hours. We're going to start here. Everybody's going to be walking back to the location where the wedding is in a few minutes. And all of these trays on these tables are basically things that everyone's going to be carrying back to the other house. It is to signify that the groom's side is ready to take care of the bride's side. There's snacks, there's food, there's flowers, there's many different things that all of these people will be carrying back to the bride's house. This procession ceremony is going to be very similar to the one that we had for the monk ceremony for Kong, who is the groom in this wedding. And now the procession has started. So we're going to be walking all the way back to the bride's house, about a 15-20 minute walk, maybe longer at this pace. Well, life doesn't stop and farming must go on. The bride's family and all of their friends and relatives are still at her house. All of the people in this line are the groom's friends and family, and they will be all walking to the bride's house with all of the different things in their hands as a way of presenting and showing that the bride will be taken care of. Everybody's definitely having a good time. So right now what we're doing is we're going through this procession of people. Each has a chain, and the groom has to tell them how much he loves the bride, and then they let him pass. And in return, each person gets an envelope with some money in it. And this is where all those things everyone was carrying ended up as a sign of gifts to the newlyweds. And I stand corrected. All of this food is going to go to a charity, so it will not go to waste. It will be donated. And now apparently this is the bed ceremony with food. It's a Hindu tradition. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I will look it up and explain it in the video.
Okay.
I'm with my friend Shi. Gong is actually her brother, and she's going to explain what this ceremony is.
I'm not sure that I can translate all of this or not, but this is like a local tradition ceremony. We can see in some of Isan and the northern or central of Thailand that we will give some food and drink and some flowers and snack to and have a local host to tell maybe the local spirit, the passed away family, to tell what today we're going to marry. We will have a marriage ceremony for both of them and give a bed wish for them.
Oh, okay, great. That's very interesting. Thank you very much.
Okay.
There you go. Now you understand what this whole ceremony is about. And now they're saying a prayer and connecting with the family and relatives who have passed away and asking them to protect them and wish them happiness in their marriage. And she just explained to me what the bed is for. It is a metaphor because in a perfect life, you just eat and sleep and you don't have to do anything else. So I guess in a way it is wishing them to have a perfect life. And here they are, Kong and Ming, the new husband and wife. And now, as per tradition, they will count the money. There is 1 million baht in cash, and that is the equivalent of about $30,000 US. And there's also about 340,000 baht in gold, which is right around $10,000 US. And all of this is given by the groom to the bride's family as a way of thanking them for the marriage. And the money typically goes to the family because the woman in the family is usually the one that takes care of a lot of things, the children, the food. And this is why you see a lot of traditional weddings in Thailand where the money is exchanged. I believe in this case, all the money is going to be given to the bride and groom so they can use it to start their new lives together. And I guess now as they're tying the money, who does it correctly will determine who's going to be the controller of the money in the family. Whoever gets the last knot.
Will be the last one.
The last knot will be the person who controls the finances. And although not very common in Thai tradition, they will be doing a ring exchange. And yes, magically everything behind me has disappeared. It is now evening time, and we are across the street for the reception part. There should be about 500 people here tonight, and as you can see, people are taking photos with the newlyweds. And traditionally, people donate money at the wedding, and everyone's putting in an envelope here with some money in it for the newlyweds. And of course, I will give them a gift as well. So, cup in my cup. Got a little piece of soap as a wedding gift. It takes a small army of cooks and servers to feed 500 people, which is how many are expected at this wedding. And as you can see over here, they're preparing a lot of the pork. There's fish, all sorts of different dishes, and they're delivering it to the tables. And it wouldn't be a Thai event without cases and cases of Hong Kong whiskey. Each table gets quite a feast. I'm not really sure what most of this stuff is. That's obviously pork. There's tom yum, some kind of other dish. Got a big fish over there. Big plate of rice, dessert, all the appetizers, and of course a bottle of Thai whiskey. I think she's getting ready to throw the flowers into the audience.
การได้รับช่อดอกไม้ในวันนี้ถ้าใครโสดคุณจะมีสิทธิ์ได้มีแฟนครับแต่ถ้าคุณมีแฟนอยู่แล้วการได้รับช่อดอกไม้และผู้โชคดีขอเชิญบนขอบคุณดวงไฟทุกดวงครับขอบคุณดวงไฟทุกดวงครับพวกคุณน่ารักมากครับมาร่วมสร้างสีสันให้กับบรรยากาศในวันนี้ร่วมกันขอบคุณทุกคนครับขอเชิญทุกท่านร่วมดื่มฉลองให้กับความรักของเขาทั้งคู่อีกครั้งหนึ่งครับเชิญได้เลยครับ What a wonderful event. Really enjoyed my first Thai wedding.
If you enjoyed this video, I think you will really like this one up here. Guys, please make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all very soon.